Hi, it's standard students. Today I'm introducing to you a new topic in grammar, which is the regular verbs. We've already looked at irregular verbs. Now let's jump into the regular verbs. As I've already told you before while introducing verbs, that regular verbs are those verbs which follow rules while conjugating. So, for regular verbs, you are learning the rules and applying them while conjugating. For irregulars, you have to learn them by heart because they don't follow the rules. Now, regular verbs are divided into three families based on their last two letters. So you have the three families there, the ER family, which is in orange, the IR family in green, and the RE family in blue. Now, how are these families divided? Based on the last two letters of the verb. So parler is an example of an ER verb, which because it ends with ER, parler is to speak or to talk. An example of the IR verb is finir because it ends with IR. Finir is to finish. An example of an RE verb is vendre. Vendre is to sell. Now, one thing that you need to note here is that each family follows a different rule for conjugation. So you'll have to learn each family separately and don't mix up the rules because then you'll get verbs which do not exist. So today, let's start with the rules for the ER family. So, the verb in the present tense is one word. It's a single word, but that word is divided into two parts for ease of conjugation. So, the first part of the word is called the root, and the second part or the last part is called the ending. Now, the root, that is the first part of the word, is constant for all the persons. That means every verb will have just one root, remaining constant for all the persons. Now, what changes according to the persons is the ending. So, you need to learn the endings by heart and attach them to the root for all ER verbs. Now, how do you get the root of ER verbs? It's very simple. You just have to drop off the last two letters. That is, you drop off the ER from the full verb and you will get the root. So let's take this example of parler, which is an ER verb to speak. So how would you get the root of this? Yeah, simple. You just have to drop off the ER and you will get the root, which is PARL. Okay. Now, what do you do with this root? You have to add the endings. Endings are the last part of the verb which you have to add on to the root. Now, remember that the root is just 1. Okay, it doesn't change according to the person, but the endings change for every person. So, you need to learn the endings by heart for the ER family. Please note these are the endings only for this family. The other two families, that is IR and RE, have separate endings. So the endings for ER go like this. For je, it is E. For tu, ES. For il and L, E. Nous, ONS. Vous, EZ. And il and L, the plural, it is ENT. Now to help you conjugate better and to understand, you should start off by drawing these tables as I'm going to show you now. So let's get the present tense of parler. Now you know that the root is PARL after you drop off the ER. So this is how you have to draw a conjugation table. In the first column, you will write the 6 subjects, that is je, tu, il, nous, vous, il. In the second column, you write the root. Now the root is going to be the same for all the subjects. Based on whichever verb you're conjugating, take off the ER and you have to write the root, which is the same for all the subjects. In the next column, write the endings for the ER family, which is E, ESE, ONS, EZ, ENT. And then in the last column, you just have to sum it all up and you'll get the present tense. Please make sure that you are writing the root and ending as a single word. Don't leave a space or anything between them. It is one word. So you will get the present tense of parler like this. Je parle, tu parles, il, elle parle, nous parlons, vous parlez, il parle, elle parle. You need to note that for the last person, il and elle, just like we did for s'appelle, remember? Il s'appelle, elle s'appelle. You have to stop pronouncing just before ENT because the ENT is completely silent. So let me repeat once again. Je parle, tu parles, il parle, elle parle, nous parlons, vous parlez, il parle, elle parle. Another reminder here for you is that this is not only the simple present, it is also the present continuous. So je parle is I speak, it is also I am speaking. Tu parles, you speak, you are speaking, and so on. Let's try for another verb, habiter. Habiter is to live or to stay. So now, I'm giving you 5 seconds. Tell me how we get the root of habiter. That's right. You just have to cancel the ER and what is left is the root, which is HABIT. Now, start drawing the table. Subject in the first column, root in the second column, which is the same for all the subjects. Now, have you noticed there that the JE has turned into J apostrophe? Yes. Now, why is that? That will always happen when the verb starts with the vowel. Now, H here is also considered as a vowel because it is silent. So here also the JE has to become J apostrophe. This will happen for all verbs which begin with a vowel. Take note of this, please. Now, after you're done with drawing the subject column and writing the root, take the next column, which is the endings for the ER family. EESE, ONS, EZ, ENT, and the last column is you sum it all up to get the present tense. J'habite, tu habites, il habite, elle habite, nous habitons, vous habitez, ils habitent, elles habitent. Again, for the il and l last person, you have to stop pronouncing before ENT. Ils habitent, elles habitent. Let me say it once again. J'habite, tu habites, il habite, elle habite, nous habitons, vous habitez, ils habitent, elles habitent. Again, this would be I stay, I am staying, you stay, you are staying, and so on. Now, on this slide, I've given you a list of 10 common ER verbs. Let's go through them. Aimer is to like, arriver to arrive, chanter to sing, donner to give, étudier is to study, fermer is to close, travailler is to work, danser to dance, jouer to play, and compléter to complete. You can try conjugating any of these verbs in the present tense using the table format, which will help you. It will simplify your work and use the same rules that we have done for parler and habiter. Another reminder that je has to change into j apostrophe for verbs beginning with vowels. For example, aimer, étudier will change. The je has to change into j apostrophe. I hope you've understood these rules which have to be followed when you're conjugating the present tense for the ER regular verbs. Thank you.